This morning, a renewed push for safety on our roadways. This Saturday marks National Move Over Awareness Day. KENS 5's Earl Stoudemire joins us live from the North Branch of AAA this morning. Good morning, Earl. AAA and DPS are really pushing this initiative in our area. And what's the reason behind this?
Absolutely. Good morning, Sarah. I am here on the north side at the AAA branch, and this Saturday does mark the National Move Over Awareness Day. And with this being said, we have a tow truck right behind us, and we have AAA spokesperson Doug Shoup with us. Thank you so much for joining us. So just tell me a little bit about why was it important for this time of year to raise awareness?
Yeah, National Move Over Awareness Day happens in October, the third Saturday of October every year. And it does come at a good time because we know millions of Texans will be taking holiday road trips soon. They'll be out there on the highways. And so the key is, the purpose here is to remind people that Texas and every other state in America has a move over or slow down law. What that law does is it requires a driver, when they see an emergency vehicle, a police car, fire truck, ambulance, tow truck, or even a transportation utility vehicle on the side of the road with the lights flashing, drivers must get out of that lane closest to the emergency vehicle. If they cannot safely vacate that lane, they should slow down to 20 miles per hour below the posted speed limit.
Thank you so much for that information. So if anyone's driving through the road, and we're 2 parking spaces away from this tow truck, but if they're just literally a driver on the road, how can people stay aware and just kind of plan ahead?
Yeah, good question. You always want to be watching out ahead. So make sure that you're not distracted. You're looking out for those emergency lights on these vehicles so that you can plan ahead to safely get out of that lane. These folks are our roadside heroes. They're coming to our rescue when we have car trouble or, following a crash on the roadways. They're here to help us. We need to give them the space to do their job safely because at the end of the day, they just want to get home to their families as well.
Yes, we all want to get home, and thank you so much for mentioning that. We're all people at the end of the day. So can you just tell me a little bit about what's the next steps for AAA and just kind of advocating for Move Over Awareness Day?
Yeah, about 24 emergency workers are killed at the roadside every year, but the numbers are likely much higher according to AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety Research. And so what AAA is working to do is expand the slow down, move over law to incorporate or include all stopped vehicles. So not only emergency vehicles with lights flashing, we want to expand to advocate for the expansion of the law to include vehicles that have had car trouble or were recently in a fender bender and then had to pull off to the side of the road. Because, when you're at the side of the road, you're in a very vulnerable position. Traffic is going by you at highway speeds, and it's just a dangerous place to be. And as fellow drivers, we need to give people space to protect them on the side of the roadway.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Anytime, Earl.
All right. Well, coming up, we'll just have a little bit more coverage in some of our later newscasts. Let's say I'll go ahead and turn it back to you. Reporting live on the north side, Earl Stoudemire, KENS 5.
Great information there.